Best
weekend
ever.
Radio Harrow's
Best weekend ever.
It is, yes, 2 minutes past 6 on a Saturday. Am I too low beat for the beginning of the show? I am a bit, aren't I?
Easing them in slowly.
Okay. Should we do it again? Hey, it's 2 minutes past 6, everybody! Yeah! Come on, join in, everyone.
Hey, and
Now you're too upbeat.
Now you've lost them.
Honestly, it can't just be me. Anyway, never mind. It's all theatre of the mind, isn't it? Good evening.
Hey!
The best weekend ever. How many hours are we going to be broadcasting non-stop stuff?
40 hours.
40. That's 40 hours. An entire year's worth of radio in one weekend crammed in for your listening pleasure. So you can find out what we're about. So if you'd like to donate to us, Wendy, do you want to tell us how to do that? And I can get my phone.
I could.
Okay, I'm actually going to do this as well.
I don't know. Go on.
Best 83. Yeah.
All right.
2, 3, 5, or 10 pounds.
All right, let's go.
You send it to 70070.
I've done it. No network connection. We are now going to speak to Farhat Hamid, who is the head of nutrition and dietetics in Brent's NHS.
What we find is that people who tend to eat breakfast tend to be more healthier. Replenishing that fuel is really, really important to actually give them that energy to start the day.
Is it ever okay to eat a full English breakfast?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. I was getting worried for a minute. I didn't like the way you ate your sausage earlier.
You know what?
Yeah?
Interestingly enough, I didn't eat sausage.
Well, yeah,
so
you didn't eat it, you see.
I don't know who you're even talking about. Perhaps take my cue from you, who can't even manage a plastic fork.
Oh, I put my plastic fork into bacon.
Which you should be eating with your fingers.
No. What are you talking about? Get oil and grease all over my fingers then.
Oh,
Yeah.
oil and grease.
That's right.
Because there's this thing called soap.
Yes, but I don't...
And maybe you don't have that here.
I don't carry soap in my pocket. I don't just walk around and whip out, a bar of Dove or something. I just don't do that.
Maybe we should willfully disagree.
Shut up.
Good morning, David Rees. How are you?
Hello, where have you gone?
I am currently at Harrow Leisure Centre in Wildstone. I am in the gym.
Okay.
And we have John Hart, who's on the treadmill right now at the moment. He's currently done almost 0.2 miles so far. We're doing our treadmill challenge basically today. One treadmill, and we're seeing how many miles we can clock up. So far, in about 4 minutes, we've got 0.2 miles, and we have about 8.5 hours to go.
Her name is Cheryl Hawker, and she's with the charity Beating Bowel Cancer.
Not a lot of people know this statistic, but it's actually the UK's second biggest cancer killer.
Right.
It's actually very treatable if it is caught early.
What do you see as the discrepancy there? Is it people not reporting?
Yeah, I mean, as a nation, as British, we don't like to talk about poo and bums and bowels.
Exactly,
it's just not something we want to do without breaking down the taboo.
Some of the known causes of the disease.
Too much red or processed meat isn't necessarily good for you, so it's wise to sort of keep those in limited supply.
Radio Harrow's
Best weekend ever.
Well, we're still here at the Harrow Leisure Centre. So far, he's burnt 287 calories by running 2.41 miles.
Whoa.
He's running around 10 miles an hour at the moment. John, how are you doing?
Good. It's good. Nice refreshing run.
In case
Is that a dog
your
in
house
there?
floods in the middle of the night.
heard a dog
Is there a dog in there, Bieber?
Oh, I think someone had a bit of a sneeze.
Oh, I see. Sounds like a dog.
Did sound like a dog, but yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I have seen videos of that where people have
does sound like a
taken
dog.
their dog on a treadmill. Exactly.
I'm not even listening. I'm still laughing at the dog sneezes that's going on in the background.
Best weekend ever.
Welcome to the Charities Hour. It's an hour where we'll meet some of the local charities in and around Harrow and find out who they are, what they're doing and what they're all about.
I'm joined now by Avni Modasia from Age UK Harrow. Can you tell us a little bit about Age UK Harrow and what you guys do?
We help anyone within the borough of Harrow who's over 60 plus.
Okay.
Right? So it's Harrow and surrounding areas. And a wide range of services like, for example, information advice. Then we do befriending. Befriending is obviously where people are isolated and our volunteers go and see them. That's a very popular service. There's different demands because people are living longer now.
Of course.
So it's increased. But the resources are getting smaller and smaller.
From Harrow Mencap, I am joined by Devon Pillade.
Harrow Mencap is an organisation that campaigns for people's rights, which means about empowering people, making sure their voices are heard.
Okay.
But not just people with learning disabilities or those with autism, but also their families. We try and make people visible. I think the more visible people are, the more that society will accept, and will understand and will embrace.
My nephew, he is autistic and has dyspraxia. And, I've seen, in a sense, how that can impact on his family. So it can be demanding, can't it?
Absolutely, for families, really. We developed a care agency.
Oh, really?
Which responds to people's needs in the community, in their own homes, and out and about in Harrow.
I'm joined now by Robin Webb, the CEO of St Luke's Hospice.
So many people think that hospice care is just about right at the end.
Yeah.
But actually we do a lot of work with people, helping them to stay well and to live well in the months and the weeks that they have left.
Someone arrives at the hospice and they're aware they've got X amount of time left. But actually, the truth is, you're still living, still alive now.
Part of our mission is about helping people to live well and to know that their family and loved ones are supported through the process and the time that they've got left.
Best weekend ever.
So you're listening to Radio Harrow, and just so you know that we're here at level 4 of the hospital today, just by Adam Apple and Costa Coffee. So come and say hello to us, come and talk to us. We'd love to speak to you.
Experiences we've had in community radio, it's got that spark, it's got that energetic feel that a lot of radio doesn't have these days, because we're all part of one cause and everyone gets along so well, and you can just feel such a buzz when you do community radio. So 45 years of community radio at Northwick Park is a fantastic achievement. A memory sent in by Shrey. He says, my favourite memory of community radio has to be sitting in the middle of Stanmore Cricket Club whilst commenting for the radio whilst trying to avoid being hit by cricket balls.
This is the ultimate weekend mixtape, and it's all brought to you by you, the listener. These are your ultimate weekends and your ultimate weekend song.
Taking my family, cousins, uncles, brothers, everything on the trip of a lifetime to the western coast of Canada. Now, picking one song, I think it would have to be Jackson 5.
A wonderful stay at the boat that sits on top of the Royal Festival Hall. So people can't really see you, but you can see them, as well as a trip to Borough Market. So the soundtrack to all this merriment would be Danny Wilson and The Second Summer of Love.
And your ultimate weekend would be road tripping to Chicago to watch the Cubs take the NL Series, which we're currently in the middle of playing, and then next week win the World Series, right? Steve Goodman's Cubs victory song. So I hope you enjoy it.
Really good food, really good drink, and we'd party all weekend long. The song that would sum up that weekend for me would be a song by a band called Newfound Glory, and it's called I Should Have Listened to My Friend.
Best weekend ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Tuesday show. Food facts, food fun, food healthy eating, and hopefully a few laughs along the way.
I called it Gundula's quinoa salad.
Wow.
Right, so this is like one of those sort of, hippie type foods, quinoa.
Can I be really ignorant and say, what is quinoa?
Well, quinoa is sort of like it's like a grain.
Right.
It cooks up looking a bit like rice or couscous, really small, fine grain, but it's actually a grain.
Okay.
Very healthy.
Average person eats 8 pounds of grapes each year. The fact that you should eat fruit on an empty stomach. If you eat fruit after you've eaten your other food, because you digest fruit a lot quicker than you do other foods. So what happens is the fruit sits on top of the other food and it kind of ferments and makes you sort of gassy and windy, etc.
Now, roving reporter Mr. Neil Ford, who's been out and about at his favourite restaurants. Is that right, Neil?
It is.
I'm here with Naz at the Rainers Tandoori on Alexandra Avenue and Rainers Lane, which are lovely. Do you still do the buffets on this?
We still do buffet on Sundays, yes.
See, that's a cracking idea.
It's cooked it's cooked after the customers come in.
Yeah.
So it's fresh.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Recipes now. Lisa, you've got us a healthy recipe which you'd like to impart to ladies and gentlemen. What have we got here?
An eggless carrot and date cake.
Oh, okay.
Oil and sugar, and then you beat the mixture, and then you add the dates and the bicarbonate soda.
Right.
And then also after add the carrots and beet.
Go over to Tom and Maisie, I believe, who are over at the Harrow Leisure Centre. Tell us about Maisie. What's she up to?
She's running. She ran 1.36 miles so far.
Fantastic.
Very impressive.
Hello.
Hi, Maisie. You're talking to the Tuesday team back at the studio. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm well, thanks.
You sound like you're just walking down the bottom of the garden. You seem incredibly fit.
Yeah, walking the park.
How long have you been going so far?
Just 20 minutes.
Can you tell us what this is all in aid of, Maisie?
Oh, well, the Radio Harrow best weekend ever.
Absolutely.
In total, we ran 20.27 miles.
20.27 miles.
Good.
That's from Norfolk Park Hospital to Windsor Palace. Yeah, I'm here with James. What do you do here?
Personal trainer here. Been here for about 6 years. Just like to promote the fitness centre. Come down, get a good workout, see some of our staff, and if you want an extreme workout, definitely come and visit us.
How do you advise your clients to eat healthy?
Simple answer is eat less calories, exercise more.
Thanks very much, Tom and Maisie. Come on, get
Well done, Tom.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Best
Weekend
ever.
Radio Harrow's
Best weekend ever. With all the local sports scores.
This is RH Sport on Radio Harrow.
And a very good afternoon to you, Harrow. A good afternoon to you, world. I'm Gary Walker, along with...
And I'm Trevor James.
And?
Mitchell.
On the best weekend ever. We hope it's the best weekend for our sports teams. Have a busy day of local sport ahead with Paul Billington at Earlsmead.
Yep, here we are at Earlsmead, where they've just kicked off, actually, in the last 4 minutes or so. Still 0-0 here. And I think we're going to go to Nick DeGard.
Good to hear from you. And we're over at Gosport this afternoon. We are struggling a little bit at the moment. It's still 0-0. We're about 8 or 9 minutes into the match.
Tottenham missed the chance to move top of the Premier League, at least for a few hours today, as they were held to a goalless draw at Bournemouth.
And it's Hull 0, Stoke City 1. 26 minutes gone. Shaqiri cuts in from the right and whips a left-footed shot into the top corner. Hull City 0, Stoke City 1.
Harrow have just gone behind. They're 1-0 down. O'Connor has just scored. A corner came in from the right-hand side. A ball which was whipped in by Harry Newman, and it was an absolute peach of a cross, tucked home nicely by Lewis Driver. Absolutely swung it into the back of the net from about 20 yards out, and that made it 2-1.
And I'm joined by Suk Bulpal from Harrow Cricket Club.
Cricket being in decline, recreational cricket, because people don't have time anymore. But in children's cricket, there's a big appetite for the game, and we've more or less trebled the number of children playing cricket at the club over the last 3 years. We had about 80, 85 3 years ago, and now we've got over 200.
Nick, tell us what's happened.
So 1-1 at half-time, Gary. All to play for. It's a very even game now over at down here at Gosport.
And the header, it's wide. And in fact, that's your lot, as they say. But here at Earlsmead, it's been an entertaining afternoon. And like I say, one of the best weekends ever.
Best weekend ever.
We're celebrating the best of everything that Radio Harrow is and does. We hosted Best Weekend Live, a Saturday night gig at Northwick Park Social Club. But we start with Radio Harrow's own in-house band. They are volunteers. They're called Volunteers. Here you go.
Take it easy. Take it easy. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. La la la, yo. I'm rocking all over the world. good night.
Up next, a local singer-songwriter from Ruislip. Welcome, Harrison Clark Ferrer.
It's something unpredictable. In the end, it's right. I hope you love the time of your life. Would you like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade? I love you all.
A three-piece from Harrow. This is Wrecked Jester.
With my generation, baby, you shoot me all night long.
Thank you.
Best weekend ever.
Good evening, everybody. We are Monday nights. We are taking over at 10 past 11, 3-word week. We do 3 words which describe the week that we've just had. So, Teresa, let's start with you.
Travelling, partying, in uni.
What?
Sounds amazing.
I don't think we need to say any more. So, for our listeners, where do you have to travel to and from?
From Bradford.
And how do you travel?
National Express coach.
I was going to say, so is Megabus, does that count? Because, I mean, last time I took a coach, there wasn't really much on it. It was pretty dull.
Seats on a coach.
No,
but,
like, you know,
what do you expect to find on a coach?
Okay. So they've got things like Wi-Fi nowadays.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I don't know, tables. People talk to each other.
What do you need? In-flight entertainment?
Well, kind of. It's Bradford.
You know.
It's a long journey. You know.
Showgirls with feathers
Now we're talking.
going up and down the aisle.
Buy your tickets in advance.
Exactly. Sounds like a good kind of coach to go on.
What about your 3-word week, Claire? My 3-word week. First 2 words is one thing. It's garden centre.
That's 2 words. That's fine. That's all right.
Does that count?
Yes. It's what?
Say it really
garden
quickly.
centre, Wedmin. That's 3 words.
Wedmin.
Wedmin. And
I'm not sure Wedmin's a word.
It is. I'm getting married in February next year. So my life is full of wedding admin at the moment. And so...
Wedmin.
As a radio station, we've been going for a very long time,
We
45 years. It's an astonishing amount, and the fact that the charity survived
Yep.
with this many volunteers
Yes.
is just testament to the fact that the quality of the people that we get through our doors.
It is, yeah.
Yes, so Teresa here is currently doing a course in well-being.
Health and well-being.
Health and well-being.
Yep.
And does your work that you do at Radio Harrow help with your placement?
Yeah, because it's based in a hospital. So it's in an environment that's healthcare.
So how do you think working at Radio Harrow fits in with your course that you're doing on wellbeing?
Mainly I think about communication. That's a big thing because we're talking on the radio a lot. Communication is a big aspect of working in a healthcare business, really. You need to be able to communicate very easily with people from different backgrounds, different cultures.
I've got in front of me a list of the years of birth of the presenters in the studio
no.
here right now. Yeah. I've got to say that my year might be coming up next, but I do not remember this song. I don't even connect it with 19...
Because it was such a long time ago, Ben.
No, so what year were you born, Ben?
1977.
That's before they had lyrics, so it's just like a...
What do you mean that's before they had
So no
lyrics?
one sung anything before 1977?
No, that's how it worked.
Silent movies.
Right. I was born in 1977 in this very hospital when
Really?
it was almost new.
Really? Wow.
Apparently my mum told me that when she decided to choose this hospital, it was the first hospital in the country to have this newfangled piece of technology called an ultrasound machine.
Were you ultrasound?
I don't know.
Do you have an ultrasound?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Well, I was there, but I wouldn't remember it.
Best weekend ever.
I'm Charles Biggie. I'm with you from now until 6 o'clock. The show's called Night Train, so anything could happen. We'll probably have some very sort of stream of consciousness conversation, but the one thing I will guarantee, there'll be lots and lots of good music. We've got the Volunteers, the band we were talking about earlier, has joined us in the studio, and we will be talking to them a little bit later on. I say a little bit later on because they're stuffing kebabs at the moment. They've been down the Kenton Road. And
Talking about a world where all...
do you remember when we used to go up to Jack's place? We used to see a nurse called Jonathan every week.
That's right, yeah.
And he always gave us a request, didn't he? Always really good stuff he gave us, and we'd always download it One of the ones he gave us was a band he put me onto called the Incredible Bongo Band. For Jonathan, if you're listening, thank you for this request earlier this year. This is the Incredible Bongo Band and Inagada Davida. We've got all but 2 members of the Volunteers with us in the studio at the moment. How long have you been doing this?
So that makes it 13 months ago, doesn't it, guys? It's come together. I think overall the sound tonight was really good. But nobody went to the loo while we were playing, and that's always a good acid test, isn't it?
Radio Harrow's
Best weekend ever.